どうしてあんなバカなことするのか答えがわからないとイライラしませんか？
答えか。いいんじゃない、わからなくて。
え？
わかろうとしても嫌な気持ちが強くなるだけだよ。
Hello everybody, welcome to another lesson of learning Japanese. Today we are going to cover another anime line of the day. We're taking a line from the show Amanchu, the second season Amanchu Advance. And our line today will translate into English something along the lines of, doesn't it make you mad when you can't understand why someone would be so stupid?
どうしてあんなバカなことするのか答えがわからないとイライラしませんか？
When it is said in the actual episode, there's context to it. The person speaking is talking about she's a little kid and she's basically trying to figure out why this boy who was kind of bullying her because he probably likes her or something was bullying her. Why was he being so stupid? And in Japanese she says, どうしてあんなバカなことするのか答えが分からないとイライラしませんか? And she's basically asking someone else. Literally translated, this would be something like, when you can't understand the answer to the question, why would someone do something so stupid, don't you get mad?
どうしてあんなバカなことするのか答えがわからないとイライラしませんか？
So what we'll do, of course, is we'll jump into the Japanese, break it down, and see how it works, and see how the translation is kind of dependent on the context, and all that jazz. So let's jump into it. So, of course, the first word that we have right here is the word doshite, which is just basically, what do we call this? Basically just a question word, right? It's just similar to saying why. Right after that, we have the adjective anna, and this is basically going to be the word such, combined with that concept in Japanese of konna, sonna, and anna, in which anna represents something away from both the speaker and the listener. So there is that nuance there that will not be present when we translate into English. We won't be able to portray that nuance really well just by saying such. And so, of course, this is an adjective that modifies the word after it, which is the word baka. And this is basically, of course, a very common word. We know it to mean basically idiot, fool, dummy, something along those lines. Here it's being used as an adjective, so basically a stupid, yeah, it's still stupid. Or if we were translating it into fool, instead this would be foolish. So baka being used as an adjective is going to be a na adjective, which means we need the na particle right after it if we're going to be using it to modify a noun, which we are because the noun koto appears right after the na, and koto means thing. So baka na koto is of course going to translate to a stupid thing, and if we include the anna in there, anna baka na koto is going to be such a stupid thing. And so again, the anna represents that concept of something far away or distant from both the speaker and the listener, and in this sense we get that idea because such a stupid thing, the performer of the stupid thing is someone we're talking about, and that person is not one of us, so the action seems distant. So after koto, we have the word suru, which of course means basically just to do. It's the default verb that means to do. Here we're kind of dropping some particle usage by not including the direct object marker o to mark the stupid thing as direct object. We just say anna baka na koto suru, and that's basically to do such a stupid thing. Then after that, we have the particles no and ka, which are indicative of basically questions. So doshite anna baka na koto o suru no ka is basically gonna be why do such a stupid thing? The subject here is implied from the context of the conversation up to this point, and she's talking about that boy from her school basically, so why would he do such a stupid thing? And so that's the kind of question there.
どうしてあんなバカなことするのか
So it is kind of its own question, but it's not the end of the sentence, so it's kind of like a question within the question. And then we have the word kotae appear right after it. So basically, of course, kotae means answer. It's a very common word. And so then, doshite anna baka na koto suru no ka, kotae is going to be basically the answer to the question of why would he do something so stupid. And now we mark this answer to the question with the particle ga, because we are about to use the verb wakaru. We commonly use the particle ga with it because it is kind of a potential, inherently potential form verb, a verb that expresses potential to do something. Wakaru, to understand. It's going to be in its negative form, so wakaranai, negative nai form, so to not understand, can't understand the answer to the question, why would he do something so stupid? Then we have this grammar pattern of basically to to mean like this happens and then something follows after. So you don't understand the answer to the question and something follows after, and that thing following after is going to be the verbal noun of iraira suru. Iraira is one of those basically words that came out of a kind of onomatopoeia. So iraira expresses the concept of like getting angry or getting irritated. So iraira suru means, yeah, to get angry, to get irritated. And so we see here that suru is being conjugated into shimasenka, and that turns into basically a question. Don't you get mad? And that is actually going to end the sentence with that call there as the sentence ending particle turn into a question. So all together, once again, we have どうしてあんなバカなことするのか答えが分からないとイライラしませんか?
どうしてあんなバカなことするのか答えがわからないとイライラしませんか?
And if we want to literally translate this, it'll be something like, when you can't understand the answer to the question, why would he do something so stupid? Don't you get mad? Something like that. Naturally, we'll translate that to something more like, don't you get mad or don't you get irritated when you can't understand why he would do something so stupid, or in general, someone would do something so stupid. And so yeah, that's pretty much the breakdown of that line from the scene right there. So now let's review the grammar patterns that we came across. We didn't really come across too many, to be honest. Not adjective modifying a noun, very simple. Wakaru in its negative nai form conjugation, the grammar pattern that is kind of like to mean something happens and something else follows naturally after. The verbal noun iraira suru and its shimasen form. So all pretty darn elementary grammar patterns there. So hopefully we got that covered really well. Of course, now nothing left to do other than to replay the clip and see how well we can follow along this second time around.
どうしてあんなバカなことするのか答えがわからないとイライラしませんか?
答えか。いいんじゃない、わからなくて。
え?
わかろうとしても嫌な気持ちが強くなるだけだよ。
Alright, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Anime Line of the Day. Remember, if there were grammar patterns mentioned for this line, they'll be mentioned in the description or the pinned comment below with links to the individual lessons on them. You can also probably find them in the playlist of our complete grammar video series shown on the screen right here alongside our anime playlist. And last but not least, don't forget to try to translate the bonus line we provided. Leave your translation in a comment below. Check out our Patreon, like the video, and subscribe. With all that said and done, see you next time.